Let's have a chat about EC2 instance families. If you think that you understand EC2 instances, but then there's a whole family section, what is going on there? Let's find out. What are AWS instance families? Well, there's a whole bunch of them. And basically, they're groupings where you have your different EC2 instances, but different instances can actually be optimized for different things. And you have a choice, and the choice is which family you choose. We have general purpose, compute, memory, accelerated computing, and storage. Let's have a look at them one by one. First up, general purpose. General purpose is exactly what it sounds like. It tries to be a balance of all of the other ones. So a good balance of compute and memory and network resources. It's really suitable for web servers, small medium databases, and development testing. If you're thinking about all the different families that we have, like employees in a coffee shop, then the general purpose is like that employee that's pretty good at everything. They're like a good all rounder. They're not excelling in any one particular thing, but you know that you can put them on any job and they're going to do a pretty good job. Next up, we have compute optimized. Compute optimized is designed for tasks that need some serious computing power. This is like gaming servers, scientific simulations, maybe some sort of very large batch data processing. If we're thinking about our coffee shop example, this is like the super speedy barista. Someone is just going to keep churning out those coffees at an unbelievable pace. Then we have the memory optimized. This is for work that needs a large amount of memory so that you can perform actions really quickly. It's more suitable for databases and real-time analysis. In our coffee shop example, this is a person that can remember everyone's order. Then accelerated computing. Accelerated computing is best for anything that's utilizing a lot of graphics or a lot of very heavy calculations. Useful for, again, gaming, machine learning, scientific calculations, that sort of thing. These are like your latte artists at the coffee shop. Think very visual, a lot of graphics. Finally, we have storage optimized. This is more for tasks that require some very fast and high capacity storage. Really ideal for big data or large databases, any sort of large data processing work. In our coffee shop, these are the people who are in charge of the stock room and making sure that all the supplies and ingredients are there. Let's chat about pricing models for EC2. How do they work? And what are the different pricing models available to us? There isn't just one pricing model out there. There's a lot of different ways that you can be charged in AWS, which is often part of the confusion and the hesitance where you don't know where these charges are coming from, but that doesn't need to be the way. We can clear this up right now. First up, we have on-demand instances. This is where you're paying for your computing power by the hour or by the second as you are using it. Really great for short-term, unpredictable workloads. Then we have spot pricing. Spot pricing is where you're utilizing other unused EC2 capacity. If there's other EC2 kind of computing power that's having a bit of a downtime, then you can actually use that. It's way cheaper, which is great, but you've got to use it for something that can tolerate lots of different interruptions because you don't always know when it's going to be high or low. You're sharing that compute power with other people out there. Then we have reserved instances. So reserved instances are where you're committing for a much longer term. This isn't like a pay by the minute or the hour. This is where you're committing to a 1 to 3 year contract, but you have much lower hourly rates. This is best for more steady, predictable workloads, and you can pay it all up front. You might do a partial upfront payment, or you might do no upfront payment and then just pay it out over that time period. Up next is saving plans. Saving plans are where you're committing to a specific amount of resource over a certain time. Mostly this is done for cost savings. And again, you don't really want to do this unless you know that your workload is going to be very consistent. Otherwise, you're going to end up with a lot of different spikes and it's not really going to have that flexibility to change because you've already locked yourself in. This doesn't just apply to EC2 as well. It applies to a whole bunch of other tools and services in AWS, such as Lambda and Fargate. And then finally, we have dedicated hosts. Dedicated hosts is like the private premium option. You have entire physical servers that are just dedicated to you and your needs. And they're mostly used for compliance requirements or specific software licenses. These can be purchased on demand or as a reservation. There's a lot that goes into AWS in terms of families and different pricing models. not to mention actually understanding EC2 instances and setting them up in the first place. So take some time to just digest this, write down what you understood, watch it again, and have some happy learning. We'll see you in the next video.